Another one.
Yeah.
Another one.
I stay down with my day one. Then we in the club screaming, no new friends, no new friends, no new friends, no new.
DJ Khaled.
Still here with my day one. So you hear me say, no new friends, no new friends, no new friends, no new. I still ride with my day one.
What's up, y'all? This your boy G the General. We're back at the General's Report. We're lucky enough to have Coach Reggie Hatchett from Weaver High School in Hartford, Connecticut, and Keandre there out of also Weaver High School. He's one of the captains for the team. We're going to get to talk to their guys and get to know a little bit about more of them and what their expectations are going forward. We're back here at the General's Report. We got Coach Reggie over here. Coach Reggie has been involved in AAU basketball, travel basketball, and everything for a lot of years. How many years? About 10. About 10 years. I've seen him. We battled a lot with the girls. He's done a great job with his girls as well as now with his boys and stuff like that. What are some of the things, Reggie, that just keep you motivated and keep you going with dealing with these kids and stuff?
Well, I like the kids that I have with me now. Most of them I've had for a very long time. Mm-hmm. So watching their development go from one stage to the next is like one of the gifts that that I feel like coaching gives me. I've seen these young men and these young ladies like go from little kids to now full-fledged young adulthood, and now they're making a transition to going to college and stuff like that. So when I started out, I promised them that if they stuck with me that they would go to college for free, and I feel like I'm in a position now where I can keep that promise, and it does my heart good to see them having that opportunity now to get a chance to get college scholarships.
Mm-hmm. Well, and like I said, I've seen a lot of your girls now. They're developing, getting scholarships and stuff like that. And now, of course, your boys, you made it all the way last year to the Class M state championship. What are some of the things that you try to hold your guys accountable for to be able to be the kid to get the scholarship other than just dunking and shooting threes?
Well, I played at Weaver High School myself, and just being a Connecticut player, knowing that the guys who win state championships are like immortalized in Connecticut history. We have not got that yet. Weaver has been to the state championship 2 years in a row and come up short. So we haven't really accomplished anything in my eyes because we didn't win the state championship. So, that's one of the things that I use to keep them hungry. Once you win the state championship, and if you win multiple state championships, you're almost like, Hall of Fame status in Connecticut because it hasn't happened a lot. And we're in a position where we have a lot of young guys where, we can be good for a lot of years in a row. And, we definitely have the state championship in mind. Like that's definitely our goal when the season starts, is to get back to the state championship and win, where we came up short last year.
Mm-hmm. Well, how did that feel for you guys as a school? Either one of you can answer, to have both the girls and the boys, which, the girls program is part of you too, is because you had a couple of your main girls over there. How was that feeling, or, for you guys to be able to go there knowing both the high school teams are there?
It was good, because bring back the community. Now it's boys and girls there, so it was a good, experience. We fell short.
Mm-hmm.
It was the first time in Weaver history that both the boys and girls made it to the state championship in the same year, and both teams won the CCC tournament. Mm-hmm. Both teams had first, all-state players on their rosters. And like both teams have players that are being nationally recruited by Division I programs. So, Weaver's basketball program had taken a big hit due to the influx of magnet schools. Mm-hmm. When I went to school there, we had 2,000 students. Now there's a little over 300, I believe, and only about 75 to 100 boys, in our school. So it kind of makes it tougher to be able to compete with some of the bigger teams in the state when we have that few amount of kids. Mm-hmm. But the program has definitely been revitalized by the last few years and the influx of the kids that are now coming back to the community school, because parents have so many options to send their kids to magnet, capital prep, classical magnet, sports medical. Like those type of schools have taken away a lot of the players that would have been at Weaver. So now I think there are a few people who are opting to not go to those type of schools because of like the resurgence of Weaver, not just as a basketball school, but also as a school in general.
Mm-hmm. Well, how do you guys, like I said, and, you know, either one you can answer. How did you get to Weaver without going through the big capital prep thing? Because it seems like everybody wants to go there, you know, because of it's a magnet piece, and plus, you know, they win a little bit.
Well, you know, coming from my 8th grade year, you know, I didn't know what school I was going to go to, you know, so, you know, a little bit of Reg helping me out, helping talk to my parents, you know, it was a family decision, you know, and that's how it ended up happening.
So there's no regrets that you didn't go to Weaver or the prep and stuff like that?
No, sir.
Well, that's what's up. What about you, Reg? How do you fight and be able to keep a strong team like you have, knowing that the prep schools now, because everybody want to go prep and all these other magnets and schools are popping up, you know, where kids can come from anywhere to go. How do you battle that stuff and get these guys to believe in what you're saying?
Well, because I graduated from the school, I attended, you know, it's close to my heart, and it really bothered me to see the decline in the school when it was going on. So, you know, like, there was always been a bunch of talent around Weaver, you know, in the neighborhood. You know, we always joke that, you know, Weaver could win a state championship every year if everybody who lived in the community actually attended Weaver. You know, like, say, in recent history, you have people like Karan Iverson and Khalil Dukes, you know, Jaquan Starks. All of these guys were all state players at, you know, their respective schools, all lived within walking distance of each other that could have been at Weaver, you know, had, you know, the school been different. So, you know, I was kind of urging the kids that I knew to try and say, you know, like to stay within the community, because if we don't, then the school is going to disappear. It was definitely a big danger. Weaver was in danger of, you know, going away, not just because of sports, but also academically. And I knew that there were some quality people, quality kids, quality parents that still lived in the community. And if they decided to send their children there, then you know, the school would, you know, would survive. So this was way before I got involved with the basketball, you know, coaching side of it. You know, just me living in the community, I wanted to see, you know, the best and brightest students and best and brightest athletes, student athletes from our community, you know, basically stay within the neighborhood and surpass the temptations of, you know, going to the magnet schools.
Now, even with that, now you guys are, like you said, it's within walking distance of Weaver. You know, we all know Albany Avenue's over there. We know I don't know the name of the housing projects over there, but I know it's a lot of drugs and shooting and stuff going on up there, gangs, you know, everywhere, basically. But how do you guys stay focused in that, knowing that there is a little bit of a struggle to get from, you know, that you're going to have to get through this 4 years, yeah? Because everybody doesn't have a silver spoon. I know I don't, but, you know, how do you stay humble? I mean, you know, how do you stay motivated and stuff like that, knowing that your boy might be like, yo, we can get this money over here, forget what Red's talking about with this basketball.
Right, just him as a mentor, he helps us a lot. Like, he makes us, you know, stay away from stuff like that, you know, not party, stuff like that, just always, you know, train, working, because somewhere else somebody is working. You know, and plus there's a lot of people that's supporting cats in our, you know, environment, so it makes sure, like, we're not lacking, you know, alumni from Weaver, you know, they try to help us out, stuff like that.
Okay.
I think the major benefit is that, you know, I'm lucky enough to be employed at the school, and I've been at the school for the past 3 years. And like, me being in the building, you know, like, I'm able to keep track of, you know, the kids, or, you know, like the players or students' behavior. Like, you know, teachers know that, you know, Reggie's right down the hallway or whatever, and I have that currency with the kids and with their parents because I've known most of them for so long. Keandre's father and I played basketball together at Weaver, so, you know, having that type of relationship with a parent is a little bit different, you know. So now I don't necessarily have to call home if Keandre is misbehaving or anything like that. I can, you know, go deal with it myself. So, you know, I think just having, you know, Reggie in the building is a whole cast of other, you know, teachers and mentors, like he said, alumni are very involved that, you know, want to see these guys definitely succeed. So, you know, like, it's been really, really hands-on. The community has embraced the resurgence of the basketball program.
Now, before we let you go, because we're going to talk some more with your teammates and stuff, what are some of the things that you think people need to know, first, about you that they might not know, and about the Weaver family?
About me, I'm probably more, you know, laid-back guy, funny person. You know, I'm a leader on and off the court. You know, I don't do bad decisions. I don't make bad decisions. You know, I'm just a leader at all times of the day.
And what about the team? What are people that that might look at the team and give you guys a certain stereotype, what would you want people to know about Weaver High School basketball?
You know, people always, they label us as, the young guys, so they say we have, a lot more years. This year I don't want it to be based off of we are a young team. We can still get down with the big dogs or whoever.
Okay.
I think one of the most important things that people don't know about Keandre is the fact that he's an honor roll kid. He's a member of the National Honor Society. Last year, one of the things that I was the most proud of about our team, and our team was very young, in the state semifinal game, we started 2 freshmen and 3 sophomores. I think that people, one of the things I was most proud of is, and people don't know, is we started 5 kids who were on the honor roll last year. So not only do we have kids that are really, really good basketball players, but they also getting it done in the classroom. And I think one of the misconceptions about Weaver in general is that education is not important there. But that day is over, and I would put my kids academically up against any other one of the top kids and top teams in the state. And I know that their grades and their GPAs can, definitely compete with anybody else who may be a top basketball program. So he's very humble when it comes to that, but he's a member of the National Honor Society and a 2-time All-State basketball player, and I don't think you can find too many other kids in the state that have done both the way he has.
Congratulations on that, man, on the Honor Society and getting to the chip. And we'll be following these guys to get some game footage and stuff like that, and hopefully talk to them a little bit more throughout the season. And again,
It was all a dream.